Well, hello there, my fellow miners and crafters. GoodTimesWithScar here, and welcome back to the foolish worlds of FoolCraft. And we're here in the city of maybe, getting ready to work on some super awesome interior designs today for our fake furniture shop. And whoa, you thought I was going to splat right into B00's awesome mural of a tunnel. Look at that. It's this forced perspective design for when you're at a distance and you look off into the horizon. It feels like you're looking down a tunnel. It's absolutely stunning. It's my favorite thing on the server. I love it. This is taking modded Minecraft building to the next level, and that's what I love to see. Oh man, this thing is so cool. And when you get up really close to it, look at the intricate details here that he created. Look at the little lights and how they're kind of diffused off of the sides. The little perspective lines looking absolutely incredible. Look at the trolley tracks. Look at them. Oh my gosh. Oh man, this thing is really cool and incredibly inspiring. Oh my gosh. This just feels like Disneyland over here. Absolutely love it. Can we get some hype for B00? I'm going to link the video that he made this in the description. I want you guys to go over there and check that out because that is unbelievable. But it is time to work on our build, the interior, because of course in our last episode, we finished the exterior, which was so awesome. Each section of this took quite some time because of course, all the intricate chiseling bits that we did on the outside. So we got all the custom glass, the custom bricks, and all these little details have finally been completed. And we also made Rapscallion alleyway. That is right. We've got this kind of dark alleyway on the side of the build, which I think is looking really cool. We literally have Minecraft trash. That is right. These are literally Minecraft blocks broken up into chisel and bits and then dumped in a garbage can. So we have some ore blocks. We have some crafting tables in there. I think there's a bookshelf in there looking super sweet. And look at the detail. Like, let's get down on the ground level. Like, look at the layers of depth and detail in Rapscallion alleyway. We've got dirt poking through these cobbles, and of course another series of trash cans. We have, leaves growing out of the ground and all that wonderful stuff. So I think that came out really cool. Also, we worked a lot on the street. So of course, when you're thinking like really old New York, you've got pavers. And eventually, in the time period we're working with, they started to pave over those. But we've got a little bit of pavement chipping away, exposing that really old street below, looking super awesome. So we have that built up in and around here, and I think that looks really cool. And it's just slowly but surely adding all of these extra details to the streets. And like we'd spoken about before, when we were first working on this, we don't want the streets to be too crazy. That's why I went with the flat color blocks, is that it's kind of flat. It's not super detailed. So that directs your eyes up towards, Iskol's build and Azuma's build. And that's what the main point of it is. Not to like always look directly down, but it's still got its detail. It's still got manholes and cracks and all sorts of wonderful stuff. But let's take a look at this. In the last episode, I had a call for help. And you guys came up big with help on these signs, how to make these letters better, how to make the signs a little bit better. So big thanks to Bluewater4875 for the help. He sent me over the most detailed tweet with, lowercase, uppercase, and all sorts of other little details to make these street signs better. So huge thank you. So let me remove that and let's rebuild it. Look at that amazing street sign over there, looking super snazzy. We've got the 85th Street. Now on the side here, I did add this little detail right here just to kind of counterbalance that because this sticks out quite far. I'm not 100% satisfied with the design, so I might play with it a little bit more, but I'm very pleased with the lettering. So thank you so much for the help and all the tweets recommending what I should do for this. This is looking really cool. And of course it's coordinated on the back, which we didn't have before. So that is really cool. Now, I've tried to take it, copy and paste it with the little paper things and put it over here. But for some reason, this thing is not lining up the same as it does over there. So most likely I'm gonna have to do it manually, but that's okay. It's not a super big deal. Now, for this road going all the way across here, we need a name. So in the comments, hashtag road design, and let me know what you think would be a really cool name for the road. So think in terms of the Fools. Think of something, maybe a play on their name, maybe something that goes with them, that this could be a road for them. So of course, the main road here is 85th Street, of course, after the wonderful Iskol of 85th Street. So we just need another one. So best name in the comments gets it. Oh, it's good to be back, and oh my, the inspiration is a-flowing. So let's head through the door and start working on on our 1920s interior design for our build. Now, I have been working super hard on the Hermitcraft City project, and unfortunately I wasn't able to upload this video as I anticipated earlier in the week, so I definitely apologize about that. But when I spent like, I can't even tell you how long I spent on that project building the dome, and it took all my time away from FoolCraft, which I love FoolCraft so much, so it made me sad, but it gave me a lot of time to think, and that's amazing because I love to just sit down and just think about ideas and how I'm going to go about a build. And what this have come from all that is I want to work on the floor, and I'm gonna do a black and white checkerboard floor, which is gonna be amazing. And I did a lot of research on like 1920s floors, and especially one great place for that is actually Disneyland Main Street, even though it's not exactly the right time period, but some of that design still carries over. So I'm looking for the corner here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of drop in here, and I'm going to remove those blocks like that. Okay. See, the tricky part is, you see, this is the center of the block, right there. But then there's that darker grout line right there, which is kind of messing me up a little bit. So this is a little bit trickier than I anticipated. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fix that by just doing a 3 blocks around there like that. Perfect solution. So what we can do is we can make these cool little inter blocks like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this to 3, 2. So we're going to do 3, 3. Oh, that's going to be amazing. I'm going to put that back like so. And then let's see if this is 2 blocks on the outside of that. There we go. Put this right there. Okay. So that's kind of plain, right? Kind of boring, kind of plain. So we can jazz this up. So let's kind of break this down into more of a star shape. So I was looking at all these different floors. So what they were marble floors with this kind of darker tile built in between. So I think this will look really cool. Now, I originally was going to go with marble, but unfortunately, I can't figure out how to do marble in the pack. So I'm going to ask some of the other fools to see if they know how to do it, and I'll get back to you guys. But for now, we're going to do with the quartz for now. And I think it looks okay, right? It looks fine. So that is looking kind of good. I'm kind of considering maybe changing this up ever so slight. Maybe do a little, no, I don't like that. I don't like that. Okay, this is good. This is good. And now in this little piece right here, in this little corner, I want to change this up. Okay, wait, I got to see the corner. Okay, it's right here. So it's in this little space. So if I just go a boom and a bam and I take it out like so, and let's do it over here. There we go. So I don't want it to do star shapes on all the sides, right? You want to kind of just use that as kind of an accent off of the sides. And I think this will look good. And of course, we can really play with this as we go today. But okay, there needs to be 2 more on this side. Okay, so right here, or 3 all the way around. Okay, there we go. Okay, is that good? And then if we did another star on this side, and then that would be a square here. What if it was just a star here and another square right there? Ooh, I like that. Okay, let me play around with this just a little bit more. We'll figure it out. Making some decent progress. Now, what I'm trying to determine if I want to do these little squares on these corners right there. So I'm not 100% sure yet. Also, see this black line going across here? I just kind of feel like I should connect the dots in some way. So we have these little squares, and let's see, let's grab this one more time, and let's go with something like that, and then sneak on down there like that. Something like that could be really cool if we do that. Like that just comes off as nice. Now, if we break this off and we sneak another line to this one, oh no, these aren't lined up, but this one is. Hi guys. Dang it. I did all that work, but that's okay. That's okay. We're not going to worry about it right now. This is all just testing and trials and errors and all those wonderful things. So let's run this piece together. So it's almost like it's a grout line together. I think that could be really cool having that connected. Now the question is, should I do it 1 block down as the actual grout, or have it in line with this so it's all on the same plane? I'm kind of leaning towards this piece right here where it's kind of under. And you know what? If it doesn't look good, we can always just do connected texture, bring it up 1 layer, and it'll be super awesome. So let me go fix the stars and we'll wrap up this floor because I think we're getting there. I think we're getting to something awesome. So it's not perfect yet, but I think we're starting to get there. Now, I wanted to tone it back a little bit from where it was, where we were having a lot of lines crisscrossing and things along those lines. So I wanted to back it off a little bit, and I think that was a good decision. Also, I added these cool little stars in the center here, and I do really like those. Yeah, and I just don't want it to be too busy. I think it still goes with the same philosophy that we had out in the road is we want to do cool walls and different things along those lines. And we don't want to be fully distracted from the floor. So I think it has the right level of detail at this point. There still might be something. I still feel like there needs to be something in the center here, but I'm still working out that idea. But I want to move on now, my friends. And as you can see, we're starting to build up the walls here. So I'm having a decent spacing. So that's 1 block and then 2 on either end. So that's good. So I'm going to space this out just ever so farther. Now, we're going to work on our staircase a little bit later. We're not going to get to that quite yet because I really want to get into the actual furniture shop. So build up these walls like so. I'm trying to determine the height. Now, if this is the floor level right here, okay? So if that's floor, and then this is, of course, the floor of our upper level, and we're going to use something other than the material I'm using. I'm just using it as a placeholder. So that's right there. Potentially, this could be the real ceiling of our shop. Now, the reason I'm going to do that is it'll allow us to have a unique floor on the upper level and a unique ceiling on the lower level. So we can do something unique here. And of course, we could have a unique flooring choice right here. So we're not stuck with whatever the flooring is here as its floor on the second story. So I think that's going to look really nice. Now, let me remove this for now. There we go. Cut that block out of there. And then let me grab myself a shovel, cut these blocks out. Okay, so we got to think in terms of a window display also because we don't have any glass. And I really wanted to do something window related in this area in the first place. So what if we kind of filled these blocks in for now? And this is, like I said before, just kind of blocking it in. We might change all of these blocks to some other material and other little details, but it's good just to build up the basic shapes of the structure. So from here, if we were to put glass in this layer right here, and we did a window select something like a so, oh my, that is looking nice. All right, so if we take, let's see, if we take this and if we break that down into some delightful glass, we should be able to get somewhere with this whole design pretty quickly. All right, so we'll grab that out and we can do our custom glass outside also. So I'm gonna cut this as an extra block, there we go. And I'm gonna build this up. Now, this is not ideal. This is not what I wanted to do at all. I wanted to have a really unique glass window here, but unfortunately there was just no options, which was kind of disappointing. So then we can fill this in and potentially still have that extra detail there. But that's looking good. That's looking good. And of course we can do other details along this side. Now, let's put that aside for now. Let's grab out this bag here and let's grab just a little bit of dark oak. That is right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna break that down a little bit. We're gonna grab out our planks. We're gonna grab out some of those. And then this is the choice here. I think I'm gonna go with these big wide planks, okay? So if I grab those, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run these blocks here like that. Oh my gosh, look at how beautiful that looks with the bone block. That looks so nice. Oh wow, that's great. Anyway, let's take these now and put them in our interior. So we have the beautiful border and we're taking these big wide planks and we're running them across here like so. Now, how can we add more detail? You're probably thinking, Scar, I want to see some more detail in those floors. And oh my, I'm coming up with some ideas, my friends. I am coming up with some ideas. Oh, that's a bit of a failure right there. Let me clean that up. Okay, awesome. So what I want to do is I want to take out these darker bands right here. So just bringing it down a little bit lower with chisel and bits. And then I want to take out these little dots right here and there. I want to remove those and I want to put in actual nails. Well, you know, take it like a chisel and just put a little bit of a lighter color there. So it does look like, you know, some nails were pounded into the floor. And I think that'll give off a really cool furniture vibe. When you think of old furniture shops, they had, you know, really dark, heavy woods and then cluttered full of furniture and all sorts of things hanging off the ceilings. So I think that's going to be pretty sweet. Now what we need to do is we need to just finish this off and decide actually how wide this is going to be or long, because that's a determining factor for how big our shop in the back is going to be. So I'm determining it to be about to here and then a cash register right there and then all the different little furniture options along the sides. And we need to think also where the entrance for the gun shop is going to be. But anyway, let me work on the floor and I'll be right back. It's really cool to stand here and actually see some progress in the interior. So it's not just a hollow shell, but let's jump in and take a look. So this is looking decent. I want to work on the threshold. I'm not pleased with that, but the floor is looking good. And there still might be some modifications here or there that we can make. But as you can see, I put these giant pillars up here to start working on the entryway to the actual building. So I think this is looking decent. Now, let's see. Let me grab, let's see if I can. Can I sample this? No, I can't. Okay, but I can go shift and find the right piece of paper that I need. It's this one, right? No, why is this acting the way it's acting? Come on now. There you go. So I'm going to put these columns that I custom built here, and they're nothing super special, but they're nice. I think they're decent for columns along here. I'm going to add a little block up there and sneak just, ooh, whoa, off on that one. Oh, this leads me to a question, guys. See that mining fatigue that you get from flying? Is there any tools that I can get or any upgrades that I can put on tools to avoid that? Let me know in the comments, because it's kind of frustrating. You know, you're flying, but then it takes like twice as long to mine blocks out. And you know what? I just kind of was tired of that. I know I'm flying. I shouldn't be complaining. I know, but I still would like to avoid that. So that is looking really, really cool. This really does give off kind of a 1920s vibe with the darker columns, the marble floors. I'm loving it. Anyway, let's take a look in the interior here. We've got our nice little floor built in. I still want to add those decorative details to it to give it a little bit more pizzazz. And of course, we got the decorative window treatments around there. The windows all framed up. We've even got a little arch going across here. The glass is installed. So I'm really, really happy with the way that's come out. Now, as for the ceiling, that has been my stumbling block. And I'm going to throw this out there to any designers out there. Is it right to do a darker wood floor and then a lighter ceiling? Because if you were to go with a lighter ceiling, wouldn't that give you a little bit more feeling of height? If you were to make a really dark ceiling, wouldn't it bring down the ceiling? And if it's lighter, it brings up the ceiling. Does that make sense? I think it does. So you wouldn't want to make a dark ceiling. It's why I think in a lot of houses, you paint the walls and leave the ceiling white, because if you paint the ceiling, it makes it a little bit darker. So I think that's how that works, but I'm not 100% sure. That's why I'm pointing it out to you. Now, over this little corridor over here, I want to do something to bring these two columns together. In some way, also, I'd like to incorporate a little bit of this light gray along here in the interior, just kind of tying in all the different elements of the build together. Okay, so as for this will be the kind of the showroom in this little area right here, cash register on this side, and of course a door to the back. So I think that's going to look really sweet. Now, for the actual entranceway into the build, so of course this is the entranceway, are we going to do another column similar to this? So if we sneaked around the back like so, and then maybe we bring this all the way up, looking snazzy. Or do we want to do something different for the interior, keeping things not exactly the same as the entryway? That's a good question. Now, we're using a lot of the same materials from the entryway, except for the hard wood. So, I'm not 100% sure. Either way, I think that does look really good in the interior anyway in this spot. So I think we can continue that, and then let's grab out. Let's actually remove this. I really like that design, but unfortunately, if we're going to connect these together and we're going to do something like, oh, nope, come back here. There, oh, there we go. Awesome. So if we do something like that, I think that'll look actually really, really cool. We just got to get on the right angle. Ha ha ha. Oh, nope, that broke. Anyway, I think this is looking really good and very promising. So give me some more time here. Let me work on that archway, and eventually we'll start building those chisel and bits furniture pieces. Welcome back, and we made a few changes to the area, which I'm quite excited about. So down here, the smallest of the changes, but the biggest impact, was removing those half little triangle pieces that were on this side. Now, these look good along the wall. Very pleased with those. But in the threshold area of our doorway, I was not loving it. They felt a little too busy. By cleaning those away, this area looks a lot nicer. I'm very, very pleased with the change in that account. Now, up at the top here, we've got some beautiful crown molding, which is bringing all the columns together. Now, this little section above here, not super pleased with this. It definitely could use a little bit more detail up there, but I'm not 100% sure what that might be. So I'm going to put that on the back of the mind and see about that a little bit later. Now, moving into the interior here, this is great. Look at this. We've got all these little slats now in the floor. So what I'm doing is I've removed one layer of the floor using chisel and bits, and that separates the little wood planks. So they really feel separated. Now I'm adding these little planks right here. So I'm just going around and just adding, oh, whoa, that's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. Look at this. So we just cut that out like so, and then move over. Maybe the plank is about that big, and we just cut that out. And we could scoot over here. Maybe this one's a little bit smaller. Look at that. Oh, it's so good. And then we can come back over here and do the same. Oop, I don't want it 2 pixels wide. So something like that's really cool. Now let's jump over here, and I want to grab something out of this chest very quickly. And I'm going to grab that, and I'll put that over there and jump back over here. Now what I want to do is actually add these little details like this. So I want them to look like there's nails been driven into the wood, and they're flush, of course, with the plank, but they're just hanging out down there. So I'm going to remove that little mistake right there. See that? It's a really, really subtle detail, but I think it really goes with this older style build that we're trying to achieve. Very pleased with that. That is looking fine right there. Okay, now moving down to the top over here, we've got these two blocks set up right here. Now, this is so that we can build a cash register, right? I was trying a couple little things and it wasn't quite working, so I hope this time it will work. So I'm gonna remove those. There we go. Awesome. Okay. Are you ready for this? I'm a little nervous because last time I tried it, it just wasn't feeling it. So let's try this again. So let's hit our line tool, okay? And what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring these pieces all the way across. Now, what I wanna do is this lower area down here, I want this to be glass, right? Doesn't that sound amazing? So if this is glass down here, okay, so that connects and that connects, perfect. So I'll sneak around the back, and what we'll do is we'll have a glass front and then a solid on the back, and I think that'll look really cool as a cash register. Oh, I would like this hot tub. That is looking super sweet. Anyway, we're in our brand new deco bench looking at some possibilities for furniture pieces. So we're kind of going through looking for the modern and different things along those lines, kind of pushing those to the side. There's even doors now. This is updated so extensively since I last used this mod, which is absolutely amazing. So many incredible options, but let's head back and take a look at what we've got so far. Now, I've created some of the pieces that I like, and we've got the grandfather clocks, we've got the armoires, we've got a little bed, a little cuckoo clock over there. So those are all looking nice. I'd really love to make some custom furniture. This has always been one of my favorite pieces, very craftsman-like styling on that, really like that. Anyway, moving inside the room, look at that ceiling. That thing is amazing. There's so much detail. Now, I'd still love to add something in some of these lines, maybe a lighter wood, maybe something like a birch, maybe I think would look actually pretty cool. Over the window, just a couple little toy decorations on the sides there. Now, look at our cashier. We've got these cool little columns reaching up, and of course, a little thing at the top that I'd love to put a sign saying cashier there. I think that would look pretty cool. Now, I have tried to put something inside these little cabinets from DecoCraft, but nothing will fit. It's the most frustrating thing in the world. I've moved everything out. So the glass is moved off the plane, the back piece is moved off. This is a fully free piece. We could stick a block in there if we wanted to. Nothing would interfere with it except DecoCraft. But anyway, these details are really cool. Got a little bit of dark oak in those little corners there. So I think that's looking really nice. And like I said, having a little sign that says cashier right there would be cool. A lot of cashier registers, things along those lines back in the time, always had these big posts. I don't know why. Maybe they originally it had like a cage here so nobody would rob them. I don't know. Anyway, I think this does look really nice. And of course, back on all these walls, we've got to think in terms of things we could put back here. One of the things that I love about the power plant that Stress and Iscal are building, they have that really cool custom like mural picture on the side of the building. How do you do that? I think it's something to do with Ender Eye, but I don't have any clue how to use it. But I'd love to use that for something. Anyway, what I would like to do in the center of this room is I'd love to get some bigger furniture pieces along here. So say like the bed and things along those lines. So something like this, but I'd also kind of like to make my own bed, right? I kind of would like to make something similar to this, but using chisel and bits. I mean, it wouldn't be as nice as this, but we could do something pretty cool. I am having an absolute blast doing this. This has been really, really fun. So let me show you what I've got so far. So I have this basic structure. Now, this is all just one wood type. Now, we could definitely come back and mix in some other wood choices, but look at our bed frame. So much better than that one. Not that this one's not nice or anything, but I really like my shape. I like the thicker columns. Also, it's a little bit longer. So yeah, we're kind of working on this a little bit more. So if, oh, B-dubs. It was so dark without you. Anyway, let me just throw this over here, throw that over here, put a little something up there, and then boom and a bam. Let's give ourselves maybe 4 blocks like that. So this is what's always confusing. If you do this, I'm going to back that off. I'm going to switch this over to this one. And is that too big? Oh, that's very much too big. We're going to back that off just a little bit more, and we're going to bring these guys over here like this. Oh, that looks great. Except for this. Not a big fan of what's going on right there. That's okay. We're going to fix that. We're actually going to back that off a little bit. We're only going to do one layer of an overlap. Oh, it's one layer over here. Oh, okay. We can totally fix that. I don't know what I want to do about that yet. So let's see if we can do this again where it'll actually work. I guess we'll just have to do it manually like that. Awesome. There we go. And let's check the other side. Okay, that's looking good. That's looking good. And we'll take this and we'll just give it a couple clicks. There we go. Boom and bam. And it'll cut those guys in there like that. Jump that out of my inventory. And where are you? Ah, here you are. I always lose those things, right? So let's grab out our, let's do it like this. Let's do it like this. Well, no, that's not what I want to do. Let's do it in the middle. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's a little high. That's a little high, but that's okay. That's fine. We can make this work. And then we'll jump that over there like that. And then we'll just bring the plane down just ever so slight. But yeah, I definitely love our little bed. And I love how it's custom. Like that's custom to us, which I absolutely love. Also, I would like to add maybe a little bit of a white sheet under here. I think that looked really nice. But yeah, let's go find if we can build another piece. Welcome back, and we're making ourselves a couch, but I've worked on quite a few new details since we last talked. I've got a beautiful new darker chair over there, so there's 2 styles. Now also, look at this table right here. Isn't this cool? With this inlaid darker design into the white of the oak. Oh, I love it so much. Now down here, this is like the crowning jewel. Look at this super awesome bed. Absolutely love it. So it's a dual bed there. We've got lots of little details. Now I definitely do like the dark as the primary and the light as the accent. I think that looks quite a bit better. And then jumping up here, we got the pillows, we got the bed. Now I still would like to add maybe like a white sheet across here, but I think that's looking super sweet. It's getting super late, so I really want to wrap this all up so I can get this video out to you guys. But yeah, you can definitely get a little crazy with chisel and bits, which that's why we love it, right? That's why we love chisel and bits, because we can get so crazy and fun with it. But yeah, it's also super time consuming and it's fun. So that's just the way it is. All right, so as you can see, we're kind of building up these sides. Now my vision for this particular build here is we're going to take out some of this guys and we're going to run some wood up the side, similar to what we do in our standard Minecraft designs when we do furniture. So something like that, right? If we could get something like that, and I'm going to back this off maybe just a little bit like that, and then I'm going to sneak it down below, and I'm going to give it a couple taps. Oh, that is looking fine. There we go. Beautiful. Awesome. Okay, so if I click here, and I'm going to knock down these pieces. Oh, no. I don't know. Oh, wow. A little bit of lag there. That's a bit tricky. Let's see if we can go like this. Let's go... If we can go from the bottom, that's kind of what I need to do is I need to kind of get down here on the bottom and then go up. I need to actually bring out another block. Oh, jeez. That was unexpected. I need to get under here and I need to bring this piece of wood upwards a little bit. I will do anything for the design, guys. I will destroy my build for the design, all for the betterment of it. I need this. Okay, I'm going to get rid of you. There we go. I really got a mess here, guys. This is bad. This is bad news here. All right, so we're gonna go like that, and then we'll go like that. Awesome. Okay, you see how that's looking? It's starting to look nice. Now, from the back here, I need to expand this out. So let's grab the wool, and I'm gonna bring this back out just so it's a little bit more in line. Oh yeah, that is looking great. That's looking great. I'm gonna back this off, and I'm gonna bring these down just a couple clicks here. There we go. So that just gives that an extra little bit of detail. So yeah, this looks like a mess. I get it. I know it does. But eventually we're going to get this into the right spot. But this general design right there, that's what I want on the other side. So I think that'll look really cool. Now inside this little space like right here, I think that's a perfect spot to do like an inlay. So if we take that and we just kind of dropped it in a little bit, and then of course let's take this darker wood here, and then we'll just give that a little detail. Oh, that looks so good. I love it. I love it. All right, so if we could take this, replicate it on the other side, we're in business now. Welcome back, my friends, and it is time to do a final wrap-up tour and see all the wonderful things we've created together here on the server. And look at our first thing, of course. We built our brand new street signs. They're far more accurate to the actual placement that you would put street signs. I think that's looking really good. Thank you guys so much for the help with the lettering. So I think that looks really cool and way more authentic. Also, I've added stripes down here, so cars park, of course, up to here, wait for their turn to go where their direction they're heading. That should be accurate to a 4-way intersection. We still need to work on these tracks. They still have quite a bit of work more to go, but look at those signs up there. Oh, they look great. But let's head into our furniture shop, which has actually become more of an antique shop. So you can see lots of details in there. I guess technically it really wouldn't be an antique shop at this time period, but let's roll with it. As you can see down below, we have our beautiful floor. And eventually I want to get those custom bouquets built into those vases. Now turning the corner into our furniture shop, looking super sweet. All these pieces of furniture here are all custom chisel and freakin bit. Beds, couches, chairs, and of course this beautiful table. I love that table, I really do. And of course these are kind of cool little kitchen tables. Now eventually I'd like to take away some of the deco furniture like these pieces here and replace them with custom built chisel and bit furniture pieces, but for now they're nice fillers. As for all these things up here, they're looking pretty sweet, and like I said, it's kind of an antique shop a little bit. We got lots of little details around here. We've got of course a little Hermitron box down there, got a little crafting table, all sorts of little details. Now this is fun. Somebody's paying with diamonds for something, so maybe they're buying that piano back there and they're using diamonds. Isn't that awesome? Got a little cuckoo clock over there, looking super sweet. So yeah, I need to think of like more details to put on the shelf. So if you guys have any ideas for more things that we could put in here, more like decorational items, definitely let me know. Please let me know, because I want to fill this up with more and more stuff. So if you have any furniture ideas, please let me know. And these glass cases down there, they're going to be the end of me. But yeah, there's still a few more things to do here and there, but I'm very pleased with this. And yeah, so guys, until next time, this has been Good Times with Scar, and I always really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my videos. And if you believe the video deserved a rating, that would be much appreciated. And until next time, we'll see you later.